South Yorkshire is a region with diverse landscapes and mighty rivers. There are hills and moorlands above Sheffield and Barnsley. Some of the rivers that flow through the region begin here. We have reservoirs holding many tonnes of drinking water that supply the 1.4 million people in the region. Moving through Rotherham and Doncaster, the land is flatter and lower lying, and water is slower moving. Water is moving constantly. It flows through our rivers, streams and canals, and under our streets, roads and homes too. Our places are connected by water. As our climate changes, we're already seeing more intense rainfall. In the future, we expect drier summers and wetter winters, with more intense summer and autumn rainfall. When it rains, water soaks into the land and through drains in our properties and roads. Some of this water is held in the land, and some enters streams, rivers and the drainage system. A catchment is an area of land where water collects when it rains. It's often determined by natural features like hills or mountains. Water runs off the high ground and flows to a low point, such as a river, reservoir or wetland. The type of surface that the water flows over will determine how quickly it reaches this low point. Whilst the movement of water relies on natural processes, in many catchments, drainage and pumping are also used. In South Yorkshire, our catchment contains the River Don, Rother and Dearne, their tributaries and other smaller watercourses. Our catchment also extends into Derbyshire. When the amount of water is too much for a river or drain, or when water builds up faster than it can soak away, flooding happens. This can happen from shorter periods of intense rain, but also when water in the land has built up over time. Across South Yorkshire, communities have experienced devastating flooding on several occasions in 2007, 2019 and in the autumn of 2023. We can't stop flooding all of the time, but there are different ways of reducing the risk and minimising impacts when it does happen. There are structures such as embankments, flood barriers, gates and walls that keep water contained and controlled when levels are high. There is ongoing maintenance such as keeping drains clean and managing vegetation around watercourses to keep water flowing freely. This is how flood risk has traditionally been managed. There are also an increasing number of nature-based projects. These are designed to hold water in the land and slow the flow downstream. There are many ways of doing this: creating ponds, planting vegetation and trees, placing leaky dams in watercourses, and increasing the amount of water that can be held in soil. Often these involve working with farmers, but nature-based solutions can be in urban areas too. Many factors affect what is possible, including the type of land, the level of flood risk and funding. There are things homeowners can do to protect their property from floodwater and to recover more quickly when flooding occurs. Some options are raising electrical sockets and utility meters, using flood barriers, vent and air brick covers, and ensuring the gaps around pipe and cable entry points are watertight. These are known as property flood resilience. Sandbags can minimise flooding in some cases, but they will not protect your home completely. You should also check that your building and contents insurance covers flooding. There are things that we can all do to stay safe were there to be flooding. Check your risk of flooding online and sign up to flood warnings where available. Make a plan to follow in case flooding happens. Prepare a grab bag of important items and information in case you need to leave home quickly. Work with your community to make an emergency plan. Think about how to help vulnerable neighbours. And stay safe around floodwater by never walking, cycling or driving through it. What we do in one place has an effect elsewhere in the catchment because it's a system. That's why organisations, communities, farmers and charities and lots of others are working together in South Yorkshire to plan catchment-wide measures for the future.